Hi everybody, this short video clip is about this measuring tool here, or measuring piece of equipment, which is referred to as a vernier caliper. This example here I'm not going to go into in too much depth. This is a digital version. These are about $100–120 a piece. Very easy to read if your site's starting to go, but I'm going to actually discuss with you or explain to you more about this one here, which is the more traditional one. So the vernier caliper measures accurately up to 200th or 100th of a millimetre, depending which type you get. And it's becoming more and more popular with your cabinet makers, where it can be used for where greater accuracies are required. Quite simply, it's got three methods or three ways to measure. If we want to measure the external size of a piece of timber, so if we wanted to see if let's say for example this was a table leg or a chair leg, and we wanted to measure that dimension there and compare it to that dimension there to see if they were the same, if they needed to be the same, we can just close these two handles or close these two jaws and measure away. Very, very simply. And then we can read off this scale there. If I want to measure something that's round, like for instance this drill bit, by placing the drill bit between the jaws, again there, just holding my thumb, keeping a firm pressure on there, we can read off there that that is in fact 10 millimeters, the diameter from one side or another. You can do that of course with an engineer's rule, but that's far quicker to do it using this method and far easier. If for example I wish to measure this groove because I want to manufacture some bead to go in, I can measure internally, open up those two faces and then read off to see how wide that is. Okay, that's by using the internal part of the measuring equipment, or turn it around that way and open up. There you go, and open up and then read off. That's another method of doing that. So if I needed to make some or manufacture or machine up a piece of bead or an inlay or something like that, I know what size or dimension that needs to be. So also, if I want to measure the diameter of this hole, so here's a hole, I don't know what size it is, I open up again, there we go, I can read off, that's 30 millimeters, so a 30 millimeter bit is what's been used to create that hole, or if I want to reproduce that hole again, I can use a 30 millimeter bit. Very, very straightforward, quick and easy. So in this case, this is a blind hole. It doesn't go all the way through my timber, so I can use this end of the vernier caliper, and I'll just move that to one side, and you'll be able to see that as I open those jaws or those anvil faces, you can see how that part at this end here, how it actually comes out. So very, very simply, if I take this, open up the jaw, drop that part in there, and then just gently close the jaw, keeping pressure applied, I can take that away, turn the scale around, read, and I can see that that is about 12 millimeters, the depth of that. If I need to constantly check maybe the width on something or the depth, there's a small thumb screw here that allows me just to nip up those jaws so that they can't be changed or they can stay there in position. So if we want to measure out, mark or measure to a 1/10th or a 200th or 100th of a millimetre, this is the vernier caliper. Very versatile bit of kit. cost you between sort of $80 to $120 depending which make or which model you get. So thanks very much for listening. Thank you.